Aloha, and welcome to the Happy Hale, where we shoot the cruise, drink some brews, and maybe, just maybe, talk about the news. But probably not. As you can see, I'm starting to wear Aloha shirts. I think everybody loves an Aloha shirt, right?
I think everyone has one.
I think everybody should have one.
Should have one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure should have one. But yeah, I'm starting to wear them. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot, but I want to start wearing Aloha shirts. Thanks for tuning in. Happy to be here. Love to be here. Pretty stoked actually. Wanting to do more, getting more comfortable just talking. But very much liking what's going on. Today we have our sound engineer Stacia behind the camera. She will be inputting where she deems necessary while I babble some bullshit for you folks. Today, as you can see, we have blue moon, and it's not the regular blue moon, which I like anyway. I like the regular blue moon. This one is a mango wheat crafted with ripe mangoes. I would hope so, and not like rotten ones, but yeah, blue moon, ripe mangoes. This one has 5.4% ABV. I did not. It's probably not gonna have too much IBUs because it's blue moon. Blue moon doesn't have, I would think, but we'll look it up anyway. Stacia, what will you be drinking with us today?
I'm drinking some red wine. I
Red
don't remember what
wine.
Of what bottle it was.
Something like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. It was. I'm pretty sure I hit it spot on, but if I didn't, then it's very close. Come on, man! I'm trying to get the IBUs for this thing. 19. International bitterness units of 19. That means this thing's gonna be super smooth.
Blue moon normally is though.
Yeah, the regular blue moons are really smooth. Let's look at the regular blue moons, huh? The Belgian white. That one's 9. Okay. So this one's a little bit, so this one's a little bit more bitter than that one, but even that one's not even bitter. And this is a wheat, so I'm assuming it's gonna be a little thick. The boy thick. And non-transparent. Let's go with some smells.
Do you smell it in the can or when you pour it?
I should actually pour it first. Let's get a pour going. There's the sound. Ooh, shouldn't have did that.
Good.
So I thought it would be. It's kind of thicker, not too transparent. Oh, it smells very good. You want to try to smell it?
Mm-hmm.
Here, how about you? You want to take a can? You want to try it?
Well, I'll have one after this. I kind of have a lot.
Okay, I'll just push it out this way.
Thanks.
And then if anybody can see that, when it disappears, swiper no swiping, station no stealing. I don't know.
That's better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. Copyright infringement. Oh, it smells really good. It smells like mango. It smells like a smoothie almost. So let's get into the taste. It smells 100% like mango. It smells good. Go to the taste now. It's sweet. Very sweet. So that is a cautionary tale for people. It is very, very sweet. It tastes like a carbonated. It does taste like a carbonated juice. It almost tastes like the Haichu mango candy. If anybody,
Ooh.
yeah, if you've tried the Haichu mango candy, and it's a favorite of yours, this is the beer for you because it tastes exactly like that with a little carbonation. The IBUs, just like the Belgian white, non-existent. It's just there's a little bit of bubbles, a little bubbly, but other than that, no bitterness. It's good. It's trying to mouth feel. This thing's like a soda. In all honesty, it's like a mango soda. It tastes delicious. And at 5.4% ABV, it's probably super dangerous. I think I covered most of it. Yeah, appearance, aroma, taste, mouthfeel. Yeah, I covered all the conventional brew review. It's good. It's a fruity beer is what it is. No way around it. It's a fruity beer. You could probably even blend this with ice and make it a smoothie, and it would taste delicious. I don't know, throw a pineapple in there. Throw some paprika or a cherry. Make it fancy. I don't know. It's good though. And we'll go to Broadleaf's brew review. Drinkability anywhere. On a beach for sure. Maybe on a ranch with your buddies, not so much because you might get teased. But this thing you can drink this with anything. It's a little sweet, so maybe you might counter some steak or something with a meal. But drinkability is like a 19, like a 19 out of like a 19 out of like 20.62. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to 100. The only thing that it's kind of holding back is that it's sweet. So for people that don't really have that sweet tooth, they might be weary about drinking it. And we go to shotgun ability. Here we go. Cheers. That's good. That's a good shotgun beer. It's gonna be like it's any beer because there's carbonation, so it's gonna give you a kick at the top, but the taste is good, the beer is good, the aftertaste is just mango. So this is a good beer. All around, this is a good summer beer. I would think this is a beach beer, 100% a beach beer. I could also see myself golfing with this beer, just because it's kind of light and you're just kind of going with it. So I can see golfing, outdoorsy. It's a sunny day beer. This is a sunny day beer. I'd have to think about a rainy day beer, but this is definitely a sunny day beer. Drink it anywhere in the sun, you'll have a good time. And I think that's the best way to explain it. It's good. I can't wait for you to try it. You're gonna like it. It's gonna be a good beer. So, Stage, lots of stuff been going on this past week. Lots of stuff. This was the first week that COVID left Hawaii, so
This is the
about
first
that.
week?
Yeah, because it was Saturday.
Lifted. Oh.
Not lifted. Saturday, COVID said, bon voyage. On to the next one. I don't know where COVID went, but at 12 o'clock on March 25th, was it, Sage? I think it was the 25th. On March 25th at 12 o'clock, midnight, COVID left. And that was that. No masks. You don't need it. COVID is non-existent in Hawaii anymore. We should actually do that to more people. Just evict them from Hawaii. It should have went with a lot of people that left. You know what I mean? A lot of people should leave. But it's different, right? Because they so COVID left, which is cherry. Right on. But they also they lifted the mask mandates, which is fun. So you don't have to wear I don't even know what the full rules are for the masks, but you don't have to wear masks in like stores and stuff. But everyone is so trained already.
What do you mean?
Like everybody's so used to wearing masks. Yeah. So everybody's like so trained and brainwashed already that everybody's still wearing masks. And most of the people that wearing the mask, they either had COVID or they got the COVID shots. So I don't know, it's just funny. It was the first time going into the store, and then you see people like, it's not even half and half. It's like, I would think a good percentage is like 80-20. What would you think, Stash? Mask to unmask, like 80-20, huh?
Yeah, I think if you would look at the employees of that certain company, you'll see majority would be without masks. But I guess it depends on the line of work that you do. I think, like, for the most part, I don't think construction workers were wearing any. Yeah. Versus if you were at the hospitals.
Oh, for sure. Or
in a bank, I think.
Yeah, a lot of face-to-face interaction, yeah. Because pretty much, like, if you work in a small crew or, like, a construction kind of scenario, you're dealing with those people with everything. So even if you have a mask on, that's why I really didn't understand the mask situation. Because, like, if you have a mask on and then, well, to give credit, let's give credit to COVID, right? Let's give credit to COVID. Because when you decided that it was time to sit down and eat, COVID stopped. COVID said, you know what? You got to eat. So I won't attack you while you're eating. And I guess they told all the restaurants that. So it was like, the restaurants are like, hey, just got to wear it in and then walk around. But then when you're eating or drinking, then you're cherry. Because COVID doesn't really attack people when they're eating or drinking. So, I mean, COVID has a conscience, right? We could say that. But that is, I don't even remember what I was talking about before that. It was COVID.
The mask. How just the change of
everything. Right. So talking about like construction in a scenario where you work close with people and they touch something and say whatever, they wipe their eye or sneeze or touch something wherever, like that's, and then they give it to you, whether you're wearing a mask or not. You're in such close quarters. If someone is next to you and you work with them 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, like you can you can pass it. Sorry, I was just letting you know I could hear it. Like, you can pass it easily, I would think, because you work with them all day. And at some point, you take your mask off, or at some point, you touch something that they touched. And if they had it, then you got it. So it was like, I don't know. To me, the mask was a weird thing, because
it's just to protect yourself, right? If you are sick.
Well,
if someone else is sick, then it prevents you, or kind of limits you from touching your face.
Right. Oh, so that's what it was. It wasn't that it's not that you're not gonna get exposed, but it'll keep you from touching your mouth and your nose more. Oh, that's okay. What I can see that.
Thought and I heard.
I can see that. Did you see that picture of explaining the mask but with jeans?
No.
So it was like two people, and then there was three pictures, and then it was like one guy peeing on the other guy without jeans on, and he was just peeing on the other guy's leg. And then there was another one when one guy was wearing jeans, and then the guy that was peeing was just peeing on his jeans, and it wasn't going on his leg as much, right? And then the third one was the guy wearing jeans, or both of them wearing jeans, and then the guy peeing was just peeing on himself and not, getting it on the other guy. Right. So that's what they were trying to or that's what I seen, that was like explaining the like reasons for the mask. But I mean, it's just like, I think if you want to stop COVID 100%, you got to do what Samoa did. You either don't, you kill it out, or like you don't let nobody in or out, or you just like, you gotta strangle it out almost. Like you just, you once someone has it, shut down. But then again, that's also it's a bad thing about it too, right? Because now, I don't know if Samoa was giving vaccinations, but if they didn't, then they don't have the antibodies to fight it, right? So they're like weaker than the rest of the world.
Oh, well, didn't New Zealand do something like that too?
Shut down or give mandatory vaccinations?
No, I thought they shut down.
I think they did too. They were like, I think New Zealand and Samoa was like one of the best, like overall, to contain it and to like least amount of cases. I don't know, if you get something like this, I think if you expose it, because that's the only way we really know how to we really fight it, right? Is if we get exposed to it and we ourselves create antibodies for it, and then we end up fighting it. Because if not, then we're always susceptible to that disease or to that whatever it is.
Just like any flu.
Yeah, just like the flu. Everybody's got it. So, and
because so many people died from it. That's the reason for the caution.
The first flu, right? But kids are still dying from it, and we still get the flu. So like, we'll still get COVID, but we just have to be able to create the antibodies for it.
So you, as a president, what would you do?
Fuck, I would I don't know. It depends how shady I want to be. Because if you want to be like shady, then you just like, maybe you microdose it. You get everyone sick with a microdose of it, and then they'll create antibodies to fight it.
Give them the option, or make it mandatory?
Don't even tell them. Just fucking microdose everybody.
Is that ethical?
Is it? Is our politics in America ethical? Like, do you really think they?
Yeah. So my thing is like, nothing anyone does will ever be the right thing to do. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Even if you think it's the right thing to do, it's not. It may not be for the other. True.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, so many people died. If you would have microdosed it and put it in water, like how they put fluoride in water, and just, or even just weaken it, like, because they must have had so much science on this thing, and then get a weaker, you get a family of COVID.
But it was an outbreak, so what could you do?
Fuck, Wuhan had it, right? And they had, like, boom, like, it happened. Mm-hmm. First case, and then nothing. Like, okay, we won't close the borders, we won't do nothing. Then it came here and killed a bunch of people. But it's like, I feel like it still wasn't the same as when like the Spanish flu came through, because there were so much more people then, or so much less people then.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, backwards that one. But like it wiped out like a big percentage of the population. I think COVID, it wiped out a lot of people, but not even close to what, those ones did, the Black Death and Spanish flu and all those ones. But yeah, it's a weird situation. It's weird now not having masks on, right? I think the first time we went to the store after the mask mandate was lifted, I think when me and another dude had our masks not on. Everyone was like looking at us like, man. But mostly everybody's vaccinated or got it, so I mean we should have the antibodies for it. But you still gotta keep you still gotta keep a mask in your pocket, just in case someone approaches you like, oh, you gotta wear a mask in here, and you don't want to make a scene.
Because the company has a right to. It's up to them.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna get that You're gonna get that one person that's like, they're looking for trouble, right? They're just looking for trouble. They're walking around without their mask on, and in establishments that are known to be, masks, and they're just waiting for you to tell them, oh, can you put on a mask? And I'm like, what? Like that one video. Did you see that one video? Like, I was in like a Ross's, and he like bust out a bunch of fucking papers. Like, oh, this is an amendment. This is this. This is that. It's like, bruh, the fuck are you, like, he's walking around waiting for someone to approach them, waiting for someone to call a cop so they can have a confrontation with the cops. And
I thought you didn't like that. I thought you were totally against masks.
No, I am, but fuck, if I don't want to wear a mask, I'll just stay home. You know what I mean? Why are you gonna go out, like, for police officers or for stores, especially stores or police officers? They're getting orders from people. Like, this they might not even want to wear a mask, but they have to, and they're just doing their job to provide for their family, and then you're gonna come in and fucking attack them like it's their ideas, like it's their, government, like they're making these decisions. Like, bruh, most of these guys are like, dude, when I get home I take my mask off, and I'm stoked to have my mask off too. So you can give them a hard time. It's like, that's not the guys you're trying to give a hard time, but that's the guys that they're trying to fight all the time, But it's good to see, a lot of people, more people taking off their mask. I can't wait to see the looks that people are giving. Like, they forget they don't have a mask on. And they're like fucking mouthing like, what the fuck? And then they forget that everyone can see what they're doing.
Yeah. Or
at the gym, when you're at the gym and you're lifting heavy. I love having a mask at the gym, because you can make all kinds of faces when you're lifting. All they see is eyes. They don't see teeth, nothing. Probably me a lot of visits for dentists. Plenty of people guarantee never brush their teeth when they have to wear a mask.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, guarantee dentists gonna get busy. So I'm like, I don't know why my mouth is so stink now. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, you have a bunch of, plaque buildup. I don't know. Are you flossing and brushing your teeth? Not for the last 2 years. I didn't have to. Well, fuck, that's your problem, sir. I'm going to have to, fucking mass excavate all this plaque off of your gums and shit. But yeah, so that's one of the big things that happen in Hilo. Or Hawaii in general. If you're not from Hawaii, boom, mask mandates up. Don't come now, though, because fucking airfare is probably retarded. I can guarantee the hotels are super high priced, because all the tourists are like, fuck, I haven't had my fucking Hawaii fix in 2 years. I gotta go. So you won't get anything unless you're fucking well off. But, no rush. Don't come down if you don't have to. Wait a while. Because we can't even do shit over here. Everything's so expensive. Gas is fucking $5.25. So we're going to be, probably like next week or the week after that, we're going to be putting $100 in a fucking medium-sized truck. Frontier. That's going to be great. There went 1/10 of my check on one day. So fuck, if you do the math, right, Sage, how much do you think, how much time do we gotta fill up gas in a month, or in 2 weeks? In 2 weeks,
if I don't go to Kona,
we'll do it with and without.
Normally a full tank would last us a week if we stay in Hilo, and if we don't go to out there.
Can you imagine that? Or just think about that. 2/10 of a check. If you make $1,000 every 2 weeks, 2/10 of your check is going to gas. And then, am I doing that right? That's right, huh? Are you doing the math on that?
No.
Oh, okay. I think that's right. I don't know. If not, these are stronger than I thought. But 2/10 of your check is just going to gas. And then if you live in I don't even know what the median rent in Hilo is right now. What is let's look it up.
Probably 13.
You think it is? I think that's a good
13,
guess.
14.
In Hilo. What the fuck is Zumper? Okay, here we go. Oh no, let's go. Let's try Zumper. 960 it says right now. For 1 bedroom. I'm sorry. What do you think? A medium family is like 3 bed. Fuck. Oh my gosh. 1 bedroom is 960. 2 bedroom is 1650. 3 bedroom is 2600. And no, that's not right. So I'm not gonna say that. 3 bedrooms is $2,600.
That sounds about right.
Let me check another kind. That's fucking crazy.
See what it was 20 years ago.
20 years ago. I can ask my mom what it was 20 years ago. I think it was. Oh my gosh, dude. That is crazy. How the fuck did people survive, you know? Oh my gosh. That's crazy, man. Holy crap. So if you're thinking, okay, so let's do the math right on that. If you oh, they do have it. Let's check it. So 2/10 of your check is going to gas, right? Because say you have kids and you got to take them to school, then you got to take them to practice, you got to go home, you got to go to work, you know, this and that. So 2/10 of a check is going to it's only this month, man. Oh no, yeah. Damn. So in what year did you say, Stash?
20 years ago.
Oh, it has 2016 was 762. What the fuck? August 2016 was, oh no, it goes up and down. So 2018, I guess it goes with the market up. But say, so you have 2/10 of your check going to gas. Then you have, what is it? So if you, what are we gonna do? 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom? We'll do 2 bedroom, yeah.
3
bedroom. Kids get their own room. So it's 2,600 right now for a 2 bedroom. That is gonna be, what is that? 26 divided by 4 is what? 4? No, 6. About 650. Oh, 650. So 2/10 is going to gas. 6/10 is going to 6/10 is going to rent, and then you have $200 left. $850, you get paid $1,000.
And you gotta keep in mind, like, there's groceries and stuff.
You get $200 for groceries.
Gas, like you mentioned.
That's it. You get gas and rent is $200 for gas every 2 weeks, and then $1,200 every 2 weeks because it's, or $1,300 because it's 2,600. So it's $1,300. So it's $1,500 in 2 weeks. If you're living off one paycheck. If you have 2 paychecks, then not too bad. But if you're living off one paycheck, you cannot. You cannot, because then it's, you double that, right? You living out of your means already. You couldn't live in one 2 bedroom, babe. It would be, you would have to live in one, or 3 bedroom. You'd have to live in one 2 bedroom. 2-bedroom we could though. 1650, so that's 8. Well, even that's cutting it close. You might have to do the 1-bedroom. That's rough, bruh. That's like fucking poverty, kinda. 2 kids, single mom. 2 kids and a single parent with 2 kids would have to live in a 1-bedroom apartment right now, or a 1-bedroom house.
And this has been going on
at $960.
For how long?
It's been going on for how long? And it's been more expensive. In January, it was on $1,000. In September 2021, $1,500 for a 1-bedroom.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, that's crazy. I don't even know how people can survive. That's ridiculous. So, yeah. The 1%ers are trying to push us into fucking poverty. Modern day slavery right there. You go to work to make a loaf of bread. That loaf of bread will only last you for a week. Where you at on Monday? Back at work, because you ran out of the loaf of bread already. That's the definition of, I think that's the definition of modern poverty or modern slavery. Is they give you just enough to make it through the week and a half or the 2 weeks, however your paycheck is, and then you have to go back on Monday because you have no food or no money to do anything, and you're fucking trapped. You know, they don't have to. That's the invisible chains of what the society that we live in. It's invisible, but they're still chains. They only give you enough to survive, so that you have to come back. And that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, Stash.
But I think that has been going on. That mentality is just how a lot of people, they say, like, living the American dream, but it's really split down in the middle, where it's like you have those that are educated and well enough to know how to stay out of that mindset, and then you have those that don't have the tools and don't have the right education to know any better, so they're just stuck in how.
I think America is defined not by. I think America is defined by American dream. Those words right there, American dream, because there are those that are living the American dream, and that's the 1%ers, and then the rest of us are chasing the American dream, and that's what the 1%ers live off of. It's not like, oh, you have the right to, right? You have the right to American dream, but it's the American dream. Though some people live it and some people chase it, and that's the difference between classes. It's just some people will only chase it for the rest of their life, and the few people will live it in their lifetime. But slavery never. Think about it now. Slavery never ended. They just had to hide the whips and the chains. Right? It never ended. They just had to be smarter about it. You think about like politics. You think about lawyers and shit. How do they get people off? They don't change the rules. They just hide certain things about it. They just bend them a little bit. Make you not see one thing but see another thing, so you don't see what. It's like a fucking magician, you know? It's like what do they call it? The sleight of hand or whatever.
Never heard of that term.
Like, that's what magicians are, right? They make you look here, but then they're doing it over here. Like, oh, what's this over here? But then it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's distraction. That's what makes magicians, or good magicians, it's just a distraction of look over here while they're doing something on the other side. But that's what slavery never ended. They just had to hide the chains and the whips. And they hid it in corporations and industries. That's it. They hid it in the 1%ers. Because how hard is that? They hid it in ideals for the working class. You can do this. You just got a raise. You should buy that truck. When you buy that truck, boom, you're stuck in debt now for another 15 years, 20 years, 5 years, or whatever. It goes back to like one of the commercials that I heard on the radio here in Hilo. And they were trying to say, oh, get loans. Like, oh, we have one special going on right now at so-and-so bank, so-and-so credit union. Take that long overdue vacation, or buy that bed that you desperately need, and consolidate your debt and this and that. But no one is advertising, oh, come get this loan and start your own business. Come get this loan and become financially independent. No one's ever saying that. Come get this loan. You're pre-approved to buy this truck. You're pre-approved to buy this house, or blah blah blah. It's like, bruh, it's a fucking trap to keep trapping you in debt, so that you gotta always work. It's not a rat race. It's a fucking rat wheel. What do they call those things?
I don't know. Is it turn wheel? I have that in my head.
I don't know. It's whatever that is. It's not one rat race. It's you get stuck in that fucker. And people that say, oh yeah, I got out of the rat race. It was the best thing I ever did. They didn't get out of the rat race. They stepped off the fucking wheel. Mm-hmm. We get stuck on the fucking wheel looking at one fucking screen, or those VR things, right? Those fucking VR goggles, and we're just running on a wheel looking at the goggle. And just some people are lucky enough to be able to, maybe they trip and they fall and they hit something and it kind of cocky on one side. They can look on it, they take it off. They get off of the fucking rat wheel, not out of the rat race. There's no race. Everybody's losing. Anyway, that's enough of that rant. Ezra Miller was in Hilo.
Mm-hmm.
Stash, did you get an autograph?
I did not.
I don't know, me neither. But that was a trip. He got arrested. Do you want to look it up why he got arrested?
He was
Ezra Miller, for those who don't know, he
plays the Flash in the Avengers, right?
No, Marvel, I think.
Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. And more recently he's Credence in Fantastic Beasts.
Cool.
Is that anybody else?
Anybody else? I think that's it. Yeah, Credence was in Hilo. He got into some trouble. But you come to Hilo, man, I think you only get into trouble. He got into the wrong crowd, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the wrong crowd in Hilo right now. A lot of drugs, I would think. A lot of drugs going on. A lot of bad shit happening over here. It's different. It's different than when I was growing up. When I was growing up, man, me and my friend Todd used to just ride bikes at like 12 o'clock at night downtown. Just couldn't go. Just was, at energy. We just went riding bikes downtown. And nowadays, fuck, bruh. As an adult, as a grown-ass man, I would be weary of riding a bicycle downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Because a bicycle to druggies and the homeless is like a Toyota Tacoma to the rippers and druggies of Hawaii. It's gold. They see you riding around with a fucking full air of tire. Watch out. They got the crescent wrench coming out, ready to just rip it. And they're quick too, bro. These fucking guys are innovative. I trip. Thieves are so innovative nowadays. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
If we could just focus those beautiful, beautiful misguided minds onto like, self-sustainability or curing, I don't know, hair loss. Fuck, we could do it. everyone would have a full head of hair, and no one would ever have to, wear a hat again. But then, some people like to wear hats, but some people need to wear hats, and that's the difference. No one would need to wear one ever again. People could just wear them, just for fun. But yeah, Ezra was in Hilo. Credence was in Hilo. I heard now he's in Pune, and I pray for that man. I pray that he makes it out.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still in town.
Because if he went to Pune, that's a very fast one-way road you don't make it out of. And it just keeps going. It goes all the way in until you hit a dead end. And before you know it, you're 3 miles into lava rocks, living in a crate house built with fucking tarps. It gets dark quick, but I hope he makes it out, because if he doesn't make another Fantastic Beasts movie, Seisha's gonna fucking lose it. She's gonna fucking lose it.
I don't watch it for him.
But he, now that we're talking about it, I'm kind of sad that they kicked Johnny Depp out.
They didn't kick him out. He didn't want to be
left?
Yeah, he had to deal with some personal issues, so he called me. He let me know.
He let you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. Thanks, Johnny, for that.
But I have an open mind. I mean, I do like this next actor, so it's just not Johnny. Like,
yeah.
First of all, his look was very significant.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because it's a new actor, they're not gonna keep his image the same. But Johnny Depp, Grindelwald had a very distinct appearance in the second movie, so
yeah. And he was just like, he really, like, to me it's hard for someone to step in because he made the character how he wanted it to be. Just like, I'm pretty sure just like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, there's no one that every role that Johnny Depp is like has had, like, it's just, he's irreplaceable. There's no one that can top him.
He's made it.
He's made that role.
Yeah, he made it how he wanted. He said, "Okay," like he walked in. He's like, "Okay, what do you guys want from him? Bottom line, we just need like a drunk pirate." He's like, "Okay," boom, fucking Captain Jack Sparrow. Like, there's no way you can write out everything. Like, I want you to do this. I want you to sway this way. I want you to have this kind of swagger with you. There's no way. But that's just the Johnny Depp factor, That's what he does.
Yeah, so I have an open mind about
Johnny.
Mm-hmm. About the movie.
Oh, the movie. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so, prayers going out to Credence. If you guys see him, let me know. I'd love to have him on the show.
For real.
Hey, tell him come, man. You can fucking do his Wandy shit over here, bro. 100%.
I'm gonna look for his Instagram.
Look for his Instagram, bro. Everybody look for his Instagram. All three of you that's watching, look for his Instagram. Shoot him a thing. Tell him, bro, we want to have you on the show. Whatever. Yeah, that was Ezra Miller. Shout out. Right on, bro. Welcome to Hilo. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if you got welcomed. Welcome to Hilo. And then what about the Will Smith debacle, Stash? What do you feel about that?
It was about time. He tipped off,
That
like, there was a lot
snap?
of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I think he's went through, and this was kind of like the final straw. What's interesting is that a lot of people have been posting like memes about how she didn't like it, and he laughed, thought it was funny, but noticed that she wasn't happy about it, and that's why he did something about it.
I seen that
But
video.
I mean, we don't know. But you don't, in my opinion, you don't tease someone or target someone if they have any kind of illness.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. Like, regardless if it, a lot of people, I think, people can tease me and you won't be upset the fact that they're teasing me or anything.
Oh, it depends.
But if, yeah, some people can take it far. But I didn't think, like, G.I. Jane she's badass, you know what I mean? I think that's a powerful kind of character. But
correlation between the two. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, offense is on you, you know what I mean? How you take it. So
you can only be offended if you take offense.
Yeah.
You can only be offended if you take offense.
And not take like a white picket fence. Offense.
Like a big fence. Offense. But watch them come out with a G.I. Jane too. And her be the... then it's going to be like, well, maybe he was onto something. I think...
Ezra, heard you're in Hilo. Let's do a podcast.
Did you...
I don't know if that's his real...
Fucking shout out,
I don't know
bro.
if that's his real...
Come on down, dude. I don't know. Yeah, fuck, that's dope. Whatever. Bring him. Bring him out. Maybe we can extract him from Pahor. Guarantees in Pahor, you know. But, yeah, that Will Smith thing, man. I don't know. I'm not real keen to the situation, but fucking Jada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. If any of you are dealing with Jadas in your life, get the fuck out. Because look at Will Smith and her, dude. Like, that's fucking harsh. He has to deal with a fucking entanglement and then all these things about her and talking about Tupac and shit. Like, dude, get the... I don't know, to her, get the fuck over it, bro. You're married to a dude.
I mean, at that point, do you... Maybe he just feels like it can work, you know what I mean? Maybe it does work for him. I'm trying to think of...
I'm thinking...
I'm trying to be optimistic, but...
Yeah, I'm thinking... You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that she is not giving any effort, and then... But he's trying really hard.
That's what we see.
That's what we see, yeah. But he's trying really hard, so he was like... You know, maybe on the way to the... what was it? Oscars? When that thing happened?
I think so.
So on the way to that event, whatever it was, they had a good conversation. So he's like, "Oh, I'm good. You know, I can relax, cause I'm always on edge. But we had a good conversation, so I'm okay." And then that happened, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm on eggshells again. I have to go do something." Cause then after the fact, she was like, "Oh, I wish he didn't do it. I wish he didn't do that, or I wish he didn't slap him." Like, bro, what the fuck? What
If you were on your way, like, I would like to think I know you, and if you flipped, I would stop you. You know what I mean? Like, I would be, if it was something really bad where I agreed, I probably would let you walk. You know what I mean? I'll let you do it. But if it was something where it's like, I took it differently than what you're probably going through your head, I would stop you and let you think. I'll tell you. She
didn't appreciate the joke. I seen the video that was like,
but then again, she's sick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Will Smith was like laughing. He was like, like, oh, okay, you know, it's just a joke, right? It's like trying to have a good time. And she was like, she did one of these. She was like, oh, here we go, kind of thing. And then later he walked up and whatever, but. Like,
who was on that table? I wonder with them. I wonder how that whole thing went.
I think it was only them two. But like, just in that situation, like, fuck, it happened, you know? It fucking happened. He made a joke about you. Your husband went up, didn't appreciate it, slapped the shit out of him. It happened. Why are you gonna say, oh, I wish he didn't do it? Fuck, it happened already. Like, back him up. You know? Tell him, hey, you know, there's whatever, blah, blah, blah. We need boundaries in everywhere needs boundaries. Just because you're a comedian doesn't mean you can make jokes about whatever you want to make jokes about, you know? But don't like. He went up because he thought that that's what he had to do as a man, as a husband. And then he came back, and then for her to say, "Oh, I wish you didn't do that." So the next time something happens, that's exactly how you get a dude, a guy, a man, husband, boyfriend, whatever, to second guess himself the next time. Because then the next time, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Is she gonna hope that I never did it?
And I think that's one thing like women don't take.
You gotta back them up.
Yeah, I think that's one thing women don't take into account is how, like, as women we feel like what we say or what we feel isn't valuable, but he did something for her. Now he's gonna second guess, and that messes up with your mentality. You know,
we're like, primal. Yeah, we are primal beings. Yeah. Men are primal beings. If we think that us at our purest form, at our purest form, are primal beings, and that comes down to communication. If he would have did something, and then, you know, whatever, like just right there, slapped him, and then they go home, and she could have said like, "Hey, you know what? That didn't bother me." Blah blah blah. If they had as open a communication as they portray to have, you know, with that red table shit, you know, if they were really that open with each other and that strong in a relationship, he would have known. He would have known that it didn't bother her, or he would have known that it did bother her. So for him to go up and smack him is telling me that he thought that it bothered her, or that he thought at first it didn't bother her, and then how she reacted, he was like, "Fuck, I gotta go do something." So it's like, I don't know, man. It's like a facade. They got a fucking smoky mirror situation going on. Like,
they do. I think it's one of the most interesting relationships of Hollywood.
You think they did it on purpose then?
I don't think Will is one for the fame, for the popularity, and for the likes and stuff. But I do think that whatever we are thinking, it's probably something a lot deeper for him.
That's why I feel bad for him, man. That's why I feel bad for him, because it feels like she's fucking toying with him. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know, outside looking in. Like, we're nobody, but you know, that's just what I can see, and what I don't want to see, but is only evident to us, right? Like, fucking, if we got home, right, and then like, if we went to a bar, and somebody did something, smacked your butt, or like fucking said something, we got into a huge fight, and I knocked that guy out. That's like we going home, and then you're like, "You shouldn't have hit him. He didn't mean that. I'm gonna call the police and turn you in."
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, what the fuck, bro? It's fucking done. If we go home, and it's like, whatever, we talk about it, and it's like, "Oh no, like I had it under control. You didn't have to come in flying and knock him out." Then it's like, okay, next time we know, but don't like call the cops and call the press and be like, "Oh, he shouldn't have did that. I wish he didn't do that." Like, talk to him and just deal with it like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's already done. Like, it's already fucking done.
She could have simply said, "That's my man."
Yeah.
That would have changed the whole image.
Fuck, that would to me, that would solidify their relationship. Yes. Like, bro, don't fuck with me. And the same way, don't fuck with him.
Yes.
But I feel like that's why I feel like she's like, either or. Like, I can be with him or I cannot be with him. Either way. Whatever is good for me is good for me.
And it's always the one that cares the least that has the power over the relationship.
And that's from The Kind. That's
Winnie
from...
the Pooh?
No, that's from Girlfriend's Past.
Never watched it.
Yeah, you did. Oh, no, you didn't. Did you not? With Matthew McConaughey?
Nope.
Oh, that's a good movie. But that's what Matthew McConaughey says in that movie. The person who cares the least has the most power, because they have the least chance of getting hurt. Okay. So that's that. The last topic of tonight. Stash, hang in there for me.
I'm yawning in the back.
I see her. I see her.
I took off my glasses and I'm wiping my eyes and I'm yawning.
So the last thing I wanted to ask you. Leah Thomas, the trans swimmer that won a what did she win? A national
something swimming.
I tried to look up Leah Thomas and it says Joe Rogan says like it's like they're all trying to attack Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan this, Joe Rogan that. It's like,
what did he say?
It said Joe Rogan says trans swimmer Leah Thomas participation is assault on women's sports.
It is.
I second that.
And people are upset with what he said.
No, it's just like
that's the only article you see when you pull up the name.
And it's multiple articles. Like he's bigger than him talking about the situation is bigger than the actual situation. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. But like I can't even figure out like what she won because it's all worried about, you know, Joe Rogan. Oh shit. I guess they took it away from her.
Good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so let's talk about that, right? She won a national championship, I think. Yeah, Pence dominates the NCAA championships. So she won swimming. Penn swimmer. Right? She won one event and she became a national championship or champion. You I know you've been advocating for women empowerment, recently. How do you feel about that? Feminism. No, not even feminism. I think feminism, like Christianity, gets a bad rap for the word because there's extremists and then there's people that believe in certain ideals of it and it gets like twisted, you know. So what do you believe in that for women empowerment? How do you feel about that?
I don't know, like do I agree with what's her name? His name?
Joe Rogan? Leah Thomas?
Do I agree with, I guess, transgenders competing in the sport of the race that they chose? No. I don't, like, at all. Do I believe she should still compete? Yeah, maybe in her own category.
Yeah, 100%.
Create their own category. And then, you know, and I can see us, I mean, there is a way we can all, like, coincide and still compete. But as a transgender, we're probably going to get a lot of bickering about this.
I don't give a shit. Like, but freedom of speech, right?
In my opinion, I do believe that. I mean, I would love to hear anyone else's, you know, view. But right now at this moment, I believe that I agree with Joe Rogan. It just doesn't seem ethical to me.
Yeah.
You know, like you're telling me that if you were to switch genders, that you and I have an even chance of winning a bench press
see, the thing is,
competition.
I 100% agree with you. So what I was just trying to look up is she transitioned at 2018, right? Mm-hmm. So at 2018 she was 18, or May 2019 she transitioned, which was during her junior year to her coaches, friends. So she transitioned her junior year. What age is that? That's like 21, right? 20, 18, whatever. 18, we'll say 18. That's 18 years. So at 18, she decided, you know what, I'm a girl. I'm going to transition. And then she starts going through hormone therapy, right? Mm-hmm. So she starts trying to, suppress her testosterone and up her estrogen, right? But that's 18 years that she had fucking, balls deep pumping testosterone through her body, having her muscles, her skeletal, everything producing.
We're just built different.
Producing, growing with so much more testosterone. And then at 18, you decide, you know what? I'm going to transition.
Mm-hmm.
That's 18 years that's 18 years that he has over that girl next to him had.
You should find that article.
About what?
I think it was on the Instagram.
Which one? Of the Olympic?
Yeah.
I think Court sent that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to see if I can. How do you even spell it? Testosterone. But yeah, that's crazy though. Can you like right there? So, oh fuck. So, an Olympic runner, Caster Semenya. So it says under the rules, Semenya and other female athletes who refuse to lower their naturally high testosterone levels are barred from competing in races from 400 meters to 1 mile. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Naturally high testosterone levels, they can't compete, but you can fucking transition. Right? So if you think about it, like if you, I don't know when men stop growing. Okay, they stop developing. Let's actually look that up. How do you feel about that? Like for me, as listening and watching you become more like empowerment for women and in the work industry and stuff, I feel like that's the ultimate almost slap in the face, the ultimate Will Smith, because it's a man becoming a girl to dominate girl sports. Like that's like the ultimate Will Smith slap, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, mind you, I don't oppose of her decision of changing. I just oppose the fact. I don't.
No. This is not to you. Sorry, you don't oppose the fact of changing. Yeah, that's 100%.
Like that's her. That's you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of transgender. There's a lot of great reasons why I think being a woman is awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now the question here, remember, is do I agree with the competition?
Yeah.
Do I agree with transgenders playing and participating in their women's sports or men's sports, either way?
What they were born as.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't.
And
because we're just not the same.
We're not the same.
Not. And then the article that you just read, I mean, naturally, what did you say?
Naturally high testosterone levels. They cannot compete because they have naturally high.
But we can accept. Wow, what a party foul. He's so upset.
And the thing is, yeah, fucking look at what, that's ridiculous. But the thing is, like you were saying, I have no opposition of what you want to be, but when you were born, that's who you were supposed to be. So it doesn't matter if you want to be a girl or a boy. When you were born, that was your genes. That's what you're supposed to be. So later when you change, and I believe you should only change after you're 18. That should be what you are. That's what you were born as. That's where you're supposed to be. If you feel that you need to change, then you need to change. But that doesn't change the fact that you were born there. Oh, sorry. I looked it up. I read this. It says that the majority of guys grow just a little after the ages of 18. That's fucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he grew, he benefited everything he could from growing up a male and then transition to a female. He didn't stunt any growth. He didn't, hold himself back at any way. He used it to the fullest and then transitioned where he was at his peak male performance to become a female. That's fucking wild. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy to just think that that's fair. I don't know. That fucking baffles me.
Mm-hmm.
That baffles me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just, you never hear of like a girl becoming a guy and playing fucking professional football, or becoming a national athlete at a collegiate level for a male sport. Why is that? Why don't women become men and then become Joey Bosa's or whoever, someone spectacular that is just fucking blowing men out of the water? It's because we're just built different. It's just different. I don't know. It's one of the crazy things that has been going on in latest whatever. Yeah. How do you good with that topic?
Mm-hmm. It's just hard because, like, if you think about it, our culture is a funny topic to talk about because we have kupunas that are,
But ours.
we accept our, above all else, in my opinion, I think it's the culture that sticks out and is prevalent to whatever their decision is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't see, whenever you see, for example, like, I think I just saw a little boy who was singing. His voice was so high.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it also ties back to, like, what do people consider manly?
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah.
feminine. Yeah. It's just,
it's a construed.
like, people can't, like, if anybody to watch this, we as Hawaiians, I feel like we know. As Polynesians, we literally have at least one family member that
there's Mahalo or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we know what we're talking about. You know what I mean? It's not like we're saying this just because we're against it, or just because we have, like, it's not that we don't have a say, but we do have an opinion about it.
Can you continue this while I go to the bathroom real quick?
I have nothing else to say.
I
wanted to end it on that.
Can you blabble? Oh, okay. Nah, but just in that sense right there, like kumuhulas and, like, we have like mahus and stuff. They, in our culture, they were to bring the best of both worlds. It wasn't a competition of.
Yes.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm better.
It was the strength of a man and the strength of a woman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You gotta do it, babe.
I can't.
You gotta. Come on. What are you saying?
That we have history, and that gives us credit to have an opinion. Not to discredit anyone else's opinions, but can you really say, like, people in the mainland have seen and accepted
in America?
Yeah, accepted that versus here? I think we see it more here, which makes it okay.
I think America is shocked by this type of culture, but over here it's like how you're saying, every family has one or two or three that is just, there's kumuhulas, but that's why I think, like, Hawaii, I don't know, man. I think Hawaii is different. Like, Hawaii is just different. You cannot say that we're, like, I honestly think, like, you cannot say that we're racist, because, bro, we grew up with every type of race. I have friends in every race. And if I don't like someone from a race, it's not because I don't like that race. It's because I don't like how that person is acting. Because we have friends in every race. We have friends of every kind here. There's no way that I haven't met someone that's not. I mean, there's a lot of races, but I don't think I can say. I don't know if you can, Stace, that you've never met someone from a race. Like, I feel like being here in a fucking melting pot. Like, we've met everyone. We probably have a friend, and we probably have an enemy in every race.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what they are, where they're from. In here in Hawaii, it matters what you do and who you are, not what you are and where you're from. It's who you are and what you do. That's what makes us not like you. So when people like say, how we're saying, oh, people are not gonna like what we're saying, but fuck, I mean, you want to have a true opinion of a situation going on, ask someone from Hawaii, because they'll probably give you the most unbiased explanation that you can ever get. No agenda behind it, no nothing. We're fucking so secluded from America, from the world. We have a different mindset. We have a different view of things, and I think that if you were to ask someone, a true Hawaiian, someone that is, struggling, trying to make ends meet, trying to just, survive with our culture intact, you would get a good reference point of where the world should be and where it is. Mm-hmm. Because we're not trying to own fucking 1,000 acres on Kauai. We're not trying to own 1,000 acres on Kauai. I'm trying to own an acre, 2 acres, 3 acres that I can build here. People come in here trying to own thousands of acres, man. Fuck you. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's not something that someone from Hawaii is gonna want to do. And I think that's kind of ties into the aloha spirit of where we're different. We're just different. You want to come here and learn to be different. Don't come here and be different. Come here and learn to be different. Because when you come here and you're different, you're not what we need here. And you're not getting what you need by being here. You're just doing the same shit you were doing when you were wherever the fuck you came from. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't know. But whatevers. So to end this off, say she got anything else?
Nope.
Man, you guys need to start like sending this out and getting your friends and your mom's friends, your grandparents. Just have your grandparents play it on loop. The ones that can't hear good. The ones that can't hear good, play it on loop on their phones or whatever all day. Cause I gotta start getting paid for this, man. I gotta start paying my sound engineer, cause she's making all this shit happen. And I would hate for it to go on strike. She goes on strike, I'm fucked.
Funny you say that.
Why are you guys gonna go on strike soon?
We all are.
When? I need to do a couple more episodes before you guys go on strike.
Right now.
Fuck. You see what I mean? Like, just send it out. Let everybody know, man. View this shit. I gotta start paying her. I don't need to get paid. I just gotta pay her. Blue Moon mango wheat. It got sweeter as the night got on, like longer. So definitely for a sweet tooth. I think it's like a more of, and then we're gonna go into this right now. I think it's more of a girly drink because it doesn't taste like beer. You can, and some guys like girly drinks, so don't get offended. It's just sweet, and you can drink it with anything. It's just sweet, and it just gets sweeter throughout the night. It's not one of those things that gets bitter. It gets sweeter. So, I'm 3 beers in, and okay, before we end, I'm 3 beers in, and it got warmer, right? Because it's been out. if you don't like beer taste, let this thing get to maybe 60 degrees, 50, 60 degrees. Pour it out. It's just juice. No carbonation, no nothing. Like, it's phenomenal at this point. It doesn't even taste like a beer. It just tastes like a mango drink. Almost like a mango kombucha, mild kombucha. There's a little mango-y, but it's good. I would recommend it to anybody. Try it. I would definitely recommend it to the non-beer drinkers. This is something I would probably recommend to my sister. My sister is a non-beer drinker, right, Stace? She would probably like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, it tastes like a cocktail, like a fruity cocktail. You throw it on ice, you'll be cherry, but blend it in ice. Don't let it get cold. Once it gets cold, it gets a little more how would you say it, like carbonated. So you kind of taste the IBUs. It kind of tastes more like beer. So let that fucker warm up a little bit, and you'll be cherry. Thank you guys for tuning in, though. It's kind of a longer one. Wanted to make it a shorter one. Just kept rambling on. You know how it goes. But thanks for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Let's give a round of applause for my sound engineer, Stacia. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for setting everything up.
You're welcome.
Oh, Cherry. Thought she fell asleep. But until next time, man. Ahoy ho. Thank you for tuning in.